KSK Sports here with another Browns rant. Before I get into my rant, like and subscribe. KSK Sports, help me get to 100 subscribers. What I want to talk about today, I want to talk about red shirt year for Shedeur Sanders. What? Kevin Stefanski wanted, if he had his way, he wanted this season, the 2025 season, to be a red shirt year for Shedeur Sanders. The same guy that just won Rookie of the Week. The same guy that just threw for 364 yards in a single game. The first rookie this season to throw for over 300 bills. That guy. This guy that's shifting the culture in Cleveland. Because they need somebody like that for my Cleveland Browns. I know everybody's trying to get Shedeur up out of Cleveland. I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. I don't want to see that. I don't want to hear Stephen A. Smith talking about he needs to get up out of Cleveland. No! Kevin Stefanski needs to get out of Cleveland. Just for the asinine idea of Shedeur needing extra time, needing a full season. A full season. That's what we were led to believe. Now the narrative is shifted that, oh, maybe Shedeur Sanders benefited from sitting behind Dylan Gabriel. Maybe he benefited from not going out there right away. When you're a star, you get no benefits. Sitting behind teammates you are better than. You don't get better by just sitting behind lesser talent. Don't tell that to anybody. Don't listen when people say, oh, they need time to sit behind somebody else that they're better than. That makes zero sense. Kevin Stefanski, he knew back in the summertime. He knew what it was. He didn't want to start Shedeur because he wasn't trying to win games this year. Okay? If he was trying to win games this year, he would have started the young bull from week 1, and you would have had your ups and downs as a rookie, and you would have rolled with that. And by this time, week 15, we're going into week 15. It sets up a epic matchup, part 2 between Caleb Williams and Shedeur Sanders. If you didn't watch that game in college, it was phenomenal. I watched it with a friend of mine. It was an amazing game. Colorado versus USC. USC, great team with Caleb. Had way more talent than Colorado. They were up big in that game. Shedeur brought them back. I believe it ended up being 48-41 at the end. Caleb Williams had massively more talent than Shedeur Sanders in that game, but Shedeur held his own, went toe-to-toe with the #1 overall pick. So we're going to get a good barometer of where Shedeur Sanders is when he goes toe-to-toe with Caleb Williams on Sunday. But let's get back to Kevin Stefanski and this red shirt concept. I mean, red shirts, we don't have time to develop Shedeur as they've been trying to tell us that they've been developing Shedeur Sanders all this time. Shedeur Sanders' development process was on his own time. He was the one that was putting in extra work at Baldwin Wallace in Berea, Ohio. He was the one putting in extra work there. While Kevin Stefanski was QB4 at one point on the Cleveland Browns. So now he's QB4 back in the summertime. Now he's QB1. And now we're supposed to believe that Kevin Stefanski, this whole time, he had this master plan concocted. When it's come out that he wanted Shedeur to have a redshirt year. So he wanted him to have a redshirt year. But now people are trying to spin the wagon and talking about, well, Shedeur benefited from sitting behind trash quarterbacks. Which one is it? Come on, Kevin, man, keep your story straight. Keep your story straight. Y'all was talking about he wasn't quite ready. He didn't quite get that whiteboard like Dylan Gabriel did. But here's the thing, Shedeur's a gamer. Okay, you cannot test somebody on a whiteboard. You have to be put into the fire. And when Shedeur has been put to the fire, he has risen to the occasion. The cream always rises to the top. It's perfect timing. All right, he's been telling y'all since he got into the game against the Carolina Panthers with the boombox. They was trying to hate on Shedeur for that. Oh, he's coming on the boombox. But y'all don't mind Jackson Dart and his aura, but y'all have a real issue with Shedeur being perceived as confident. So what? These are young kids. Let them go out and have fun. Let them be themselves. And he has not been able to be himself because of Kevin Stefanski. That's why I've been advocating. I want Shedeur Sanders in Cleveland because Cleveland is the only team that believes in Shedeur Sanders. Y'all can't be Johnny come lately. Oh, Shedeur needs to get up out of Cleveland. Why? Cleveland, as inept as Cleveland was and is currently, they're the ones that picked Shedeur Sanders. 31 other teams did not pick Shedeur Sanders. The Cleveland Browns picked Shedeur Sanders. So I don't want to hear, oh, he needs to get up out of Cleveland. Why? When the Cleveland Browns were the only team that believed in Shedeur Sanders. Now, Kevin Stefanski might not believe in Shedeur Sanders, but Andrew Berry sure as hell does. Okay? So that has to account for something. And that's the reason why I think Andrew Berry is safe. He's probably talking to Jimmy Haslam. Hey, Shedeur is the guy. Andrew Berry is not going to allow Shedeur Sanders. He's not going to trade Shedeur Sanders away. He knows what he has in Shedeur Sanders. And I think Jimmy Haslam knows that. He knows that he's going to keep Andrew Berry, going to fire Kevin Stefanski. Because Kevin Stefanski has failed this organization massively by having Shedeur Sanders trying to have him have a redshirt year. Redshirt year? Why would he have a redshirt year when he's better? When he's better than Joe Flacco at 40 years old, when he's better than Kenny Pickett in his baby hands, when he's better than left-handed 5'9" Dylan Gabriel who can't throw the ball over 35 yards. Why would he redshirt when he's better than those guys? That makes zero sense. Zero sense at all. I mean, it's just asinine that Kevin Stefanski is just able to get away with all these egregious ideas. You play the best quarterback. How about that? You knew Shedeur was the best quarterback in training camp, and you sabotaged the season because you came up with a dumb idea. We should redshirt. We should redshirt Shedeur. What do you mean redshirt? If they started Shedeur from the start, he would have had his lumps and bumps early on, and then he would have grew from that, and then you stunted his growth. And that's a fireable offense from Kevin Stefanski. That's why he's going to get fired. Because Shedeur in these last 4 games, he has a real opportunity to go out there and show out and prove to everybody that they should have picked him. And you know what? My Cleveland Browns picked him. So that's why he should stay in Cleveland. Why does he need to go somewhere else when nowhere else even believed in picking him? Nobody even wanted him in the 3rd round. Nobody wanted him in the 4th round. But now all of a sudden, I'm supposed to be like, oh, somebody commented, they were like, oh, he should go to Minnesota. Minnesota could have drafted him, and they didn't. You know who drafted Shedeur Sanders? The Cleveland Browns. So get out of here with he should be somewhere else. God don't make a mistake. He's right where he needs to be in Cleveland. And stop talking about he needs to get out of Cleveland. You should have told y'all team that they should have drafted Shedeur. I'm just saying. Y'all should have told y'all team that they should have drafted Shedeur. I wanted Shedeur the 2nd overall pick. That's where I wanted Shedeur with my Cleveland Browns. So if y'all want to talk spicy and zesty about my Cleveland Browns, y'all got to do a KSK. Y'all got to do it a fired up KSK. And that's all I got on this one. Please like and subscribe. Help me get to 100 subscribers, please. All right, KSK rolling out. I'm fired up on this one, man. But yeah, Kevin Stefanski, got to go. Red shirt year. What are you talking about, bro? All right, man. Rolling out. Peace.